Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Adapt11 here with another Star Wars Comic Packs review. Now we're going to go back to 2006 to the first in this series, the 30th anniversary Star Wars Crimson Empire. Now the comic from Dark Horse Comics is number 6 in its series from the Crimson Empire. Now on the left here we have Carnor Jax, and on the right we have Kir Kanos. That's if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And these do look very nice. I like these variations. So let's take a look at the back and see what their story is. Trained in the deadly secret art of Ichani and fanatically devoted to the Emperor, the royal guard from which these two men rose was the most feared group of warriors in the Empire. Treacherous usurper of the imperial throne, Carnor Jax betrayed his brothers in the guard and defiled the memory of the Emperor, earning him the undying hatred of Kir Kanos. Kanos, devoted to the codes of the New Order and Emperor Palpatine, embarked on a vendetta that rocked the shattered empire to its foundations. Though Jax had trained himself in the dark art of the Force, his power was not enough to stay the burning vengeance of Kanos, at whose hand he met his death. This looks like it's going to be a very intriguing story. Wow, I'm looking forward to opening this up and not only reviewing the action figures, but to check the comic book out as well. So without further ado, let's check it out. Okay, so here you see Crimson Empire, number 6. I'm only missing 5, and when I get those, I'll begin the story. I scrolled through it a little bit, and I found myself, well, missing a lot of information, so I think I'll wait till I get the next 5, so I cannot give a report on the comic itself, but I could tell you that the artwork looks nice. I'll just open it up, and you can see there that it's just really nice. So we'll find out, and I'll have to do maybe a review on it whenever I catch up on that. Okay, so now we go and move on to the figures. Now we have here on the left, well, let me go ahead and state this first. The weapons are the same, so I guess I will go ahead and show you here while it's loose and I have it set up. There we go. So we can see here it's got some paint detail, and there's the wrapping around the handle. Of course it's not going to grab it because I have too much of an active background. I guess I'll have to make sure that I fix that for the next review. But unless I move it down here. There we go. Okay, so here we have the staff. Now we can go ahead and see it's got nice little detail on there, and I like that. And you can see the paint. It's three-toned, kind of. So there we have the metal, and then it looks like that you have the brown, and then you have this lighter, almost yellowish wrapping that it's around that, what appears to be a leather wrapping. So anyways, very nice. Now let's move to the next weapon, and they both have pistols. And we can see here, this is the same as the Revenge of the Sith Royal Emperor Guard, as you can see here on the right. So they just basically have different robes or clothing, different type of cloth material, and of course the helmets and or heads and paint detail. But anyways, we can see here the weapon. There is no paint detail. You can see the holster on his right thigh. Get it around this way. Okay, see? So this way I won't have to show you on the next character. But anyway, so this one is Kir Kanos. And wow, my dry fingers are just snagging up against that robe and cloth. I don't like that. But anyways, let's get, you can see here, the articulation goes as follows. Ball joint articulation at the shoulders and at the knees. Are there at the ankles? Let's see. Nope, no articulation at the ankles. So you have swivel at the elbow joints, as you see here. Probably the only thing I really don't like are those swivel joints. I just don't like it. Personal preference. And we can see here he's got swivel action at the hips, and there is no swivel at the waist, nope, no swivel at the waist. and no crunch at the waist, but he does, his body does, of course, swivel back and forth. Now you can see the paint detail. Of course, you can also look at the diorama pictures. I'm glad to say also the knee joints, or ball joint, demonstrate it right there. Okay, so you'll just have to deal with the swivel joints, and let's remove the helmet. I do really like the fact that we can remove the helmet, though it kind of does take away from that mystique of a cloaked and hooded figure whose face remains hidden. So let's take a look at the detail of the face. Looks like my lights in the background are a little too bright. Let me see if I can remedy this by maybe just turning one off or moving it back. So you can see here, the paint detail is fantastic. Okay, there we go. Nice scar. There we go. So he's pretty much banged up. I like the damage. Let me get a little bit more room. Cool. Little scratch paint on the breastplate there. Maybe they missed a bit of detail on the hair, unless that's intentional from scarring. But anyways, really cool. Now the helmet is soft. I can get my tweezers to work here. Get that zoom in. So we see here, it's a soft, excuse me. We can see here that the helmet is soft, but the paint isn't too faded on the visor. It's a light black. I wish it was a bit more dark and shiny. Pretty much like the secondary color of his dressing there. So nice figure there. Sun's going down. I'm losing sunlight from my window. So I'm happy with that figure. And this, of course, he's just the same with the exception of the paint detail. And, excuse me, let me get a drink of water. Of course, with the exception of the paint detail, he has the same weapons, and I assume he's going to have a different face mold, but I'll take a look here, just let you kind of look at the paint. The robe, of course, is black and shiny. I like that. His paint visor is, well, it's kind of faded too. So you have black and red and a little bit of a sloppy paint job. And the visor itself is also a light black. Maybe by design. Oops, there goes that. Anyways, I'm not going to need it for now. Let's do the reveal. What does his face look like? Okay, so I guess there's no scarring. And I don't really see any damage. For some reason, I thought that I had looked on a picture when I was looking at pictures on eBay, and I thought that I saw like damage on his face. Well, anyways, there you have the reveal of Carnor Jax. So the mask again, the helmet is soft as the other one. Well, there you have it. A very nice comic pack. Again, I'm sorry I cannot report on the actual comic book itself because I don't want to start in the middle or the end of a storyline because I don't know how far the Crimson Empire goes. I guess I should have looked that up. But what's done is done, and here we have our pair of Royal Guards. So, hey, I guess that's about it. Thanks for the like, and make a comment if you'd like. And, of course, subscribe if you haven't. There will be plenty of reviews and dioramas in the future. So, I guess that's it, my friends. Thanks for your time. May the Force be with you. And until next time, take care, everybody.